answer a few more questions. SJ Cafe says, I think my question may have gotten lost in the beginning, so I'm posting it again. It's probably my fault, SJ Cafe. I'm reading these backwards. So I like to make things difficult for myself. How do you learn to cope with the emotional flashback when you absolutely cannot go no contact? 2 children with my ex, and he was just awarded 3 weekends visitation a month. There is nothing more provoking of emotional flashbacks that I can think of than the situation you describe. A lot of people who are followers of the Spartan Life Coach are in that situation. And that's why I don't bang the no contact drum too loud or too long, because it's just not even possible for a lot of people, especially where kids are involved. If you know that somebody is a zombie witch doctor and the law says that they have access to your children, that's hugely provoking. It's probably one of the biggest tests you can possibly go through. So it's essential for you to make this a priority and to take this seriously. And you said, how do you reduce the emotional flashbacks? Let me just reframe your question and make it more useful for you. You've got to really look at it like this: the reduction of all the emotional flashbacks and emotional flashbacking in your house with you, because your emotional flashbacks will seep into your kids, they'll seep into anybody you're in contact with, needs to be reduced whilst you handle this extremely provoking and difficult situation. So wherever you're at, white belt, yellow belt, blue belt, and overcoming complex PTSD and emotional flashbacks, you need to advance and advance rapidly. Make it a priority in your life. Take the time out, reduce the emotional flashbacks, because the more you're emotionally flashbacking, the less stable you are, and the less you'll be there, the less you'll be able to be present and calm and boundaried for your kids. They're modeling from you directly. They're modeling from you directly all the time. That's the difficult thing with having kids. There's an urgency to it. It doesn't matter that today you're just not in a very good mood or blah, 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 blah. They're looking at you and they're learning from you all the time, and it's going straight into their unconscious. So you reducing your emotional flashbacks now needs to be a big priority that you should tackle with the highest degree of urgency. Handling contact with a narcissistic abuser where kids are concerned, too big a topic for me to cover here right now. It's something I'm planning on doing a course on, because yeah, I can imagine that would be, well, I've sat with a very close friend of mine and watched him try to do it, and it nearly drove him mad. And he was one of my teachers, when it comes to psychology and that kind of thing. He was one of my teachers. But as soon as his ex-wife started playing with the visitation that he had and the access he had to his little girl, that was a pretty big string to a rather large hook that was placed somewhere around the heart chakra. And every time she tugged on that one, he just he lost his mind. He lost all of his presence. It's a very, very difficult situation, and I hope to be able to address that with the care and attention it deserves in time.